Hello, Sonia.
Hello, Jeff. How are you?
Good. Do you have a scene you can offer me?
A what?
A scene.
A sin?
A theme,
Uh,
right?
what it a scene as in like an acting scene or a
Meeting
scene in a
scene.
play or
Meet,
a scene as in a sin as in doing
meeting.
something else.
Toastmaster scene.
I think he's talking about Toastmasters theme of the day.
Scene.
Oh, theme.
Theme. Okay, theme. I know. Yeah.
Sorry.
Let me see. Jeff, there wasn't one that you had in mind. We can do the Toastmasters National Day. It says that for
Next,
today, it is um World Chocolate Day.
There we go.
Wow.
what chocolate day?
World Chocolate Day.
World Chocolate Day.
It says that that's when they believe that was the first time chocolate was invented.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Nice. World Chocolate Day.
And then for the word of the day, something to do with chocolate.
Choc-
Words related to chocolate. I was thinking like decadent, but I don't know if that's only applies to food. So let's see. Words related to chocolate.
That's funny.
Um,
It's actually today because there was a chocolate tasting event on Saturday that I went to here, and I wonder if that guy set it up on purpose.
I
That's
wonder if
pretty
there are any
Probably.
cool.
special deals for today. The time to take a look at different chocolate um, stores. This will be a good time.
World Chocolate Day. Nice. All right. Thank you very much.
Let's see. One thing that we could think of as a word is indulge.
Just
Okay,
Would that work?
so I guess I'll be Toastmaster next time again and choose the theme next time because I've done that and I'm arrived too late. Okay.
No worries. Said,
It's ready
uh,
now for next time. All right.
oh, you
Perfect.
can pick up a
oh,
of the day today if you want.
No, it's all right. I don't want to undo what you guys did.
World,
we had a,
What
world,
do you
yeah,
have? What do you have so far?
the
world.
theme is chocolate day,
Theme is
and then
chocolate.
and then the word of the day is indulge, if that's okay with
Chocolate and
everyone.
chocolate.
The word of the day is
Indulge.
Indulge.
indulge. All right, indulge.
And I just wanted to welcome Jesper as well. So we're just confirming roles and before the meeting. So welcome.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Jasper. 12:04. Hey, Betty, long time no see.
Yeah, I think Betty was, yeah, you and Betty just missed each other. I think 2 weeks ago Betty was here, and then you had another appointment, and then last week it was different too. So that's nice.
I didn't like,
Your schedule synced.
yeah, I just forgot to show up. That's it. No excuses. All right. 12:05. Who is gonna be the
I
sergeant?
can.
All right, Vincent, please.
All right, welcome, fellow Toastmasters, to today's meeting. My name is Vincent. I'll be the acting sergeant at arms, just so Jeff doesn't have to introduce himself. So, a few house rules for before we get started. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones or put it on silent. That way, it doesn't interrupt you or the other speakers while they're speaking. You'll also see us use this gesture throughout, and this just means a silent hand clapping for Zoom meetings. We use this whenever we encourage a speaker. So let's say to complete their speech, we want a silent clap. That's one way we can show it. We also do this to encourage the usage of the word of the day. This acts as a visual cue so that once you see that, you know, yes, I was able to use that successfully and add this to my vocabulary. We'll be defining the definition of the word of the day later on in the chat, so I'll go do a quick post about that. Now, without further ado, please help me welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Jeff, to lead today's meeting. Over to you, Jeff.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Vincent. All right, welcome, especially our guest, Jasper. I haven't been a Toastmaster for a while. Being a Toastmaster, pretty much, was not challenging at all to me before, but now it became challenging. Years ago. I went to a festival. Before the festival, I was just driving around and decided if I'm going to join the festival. And here is the main reason. Because I don't really eat during the moment. And here we are. We are on the day of the World Chocolate Day. World Chocolate Day. It's a sin of the day today. Where is my chocolate? Actually, here. Pretty interesting here. If you can imagine this chocolate, let me see here. Do you see? Right? Okay. I'm not joking. It was 2024. Yes, because I don't really eat this kind of stuff. So when someone gave me a piece of chocolate, I have a problem to refuse to accept a gift or a treat. So I took it and I put it in the car. For almost 3 years, you see that, right? Yeah, at least 2.5 years. And it's still here. So when Vincent offered a thing of the meeting, I said, that's what's chocolate. Because I got a piece of chocolate here. I didn't touch it for 2.5 years. And let's see here. Oh, it's still pretty good in shape. Anyway, you might think it's disgusting, but you know why? Because it's a sweet, full of sugar. And nothing would eat that except the human being. The ant don't even come over here. Nothing else. So if you love chocolate, well, I'm not gonna offer this piece of you. If you have the festival, like John just mentioned, last Saturday, he went to a festival of the chocolate. Without further ado, let's have a choral. So who is the speaker today? John?
John is speaker, but it looks like he's currently in a call. So,
All right. So who is the second speaker?
second speaker, we have the slot open. So, in case anyone would like to take that on, that could work as well.
Sonia, you want to speak?
Impromptu speech about chocolate.
Sure, I could
speak
do an
hours
impromptu
on that.
speech on chocolate.
Nice. Thank you very much. And who is the GE, by the way?
I'll be the GE, Jeff.
Yeah, GE. You have double role. What else do you have?
I don't have another role, so I could take on something else too. I think we're missing timer, but does Betty want to do the timer, or is she able to?
Timer? Betty, you want to be a timer?
Never like time. Don't ask me.
Like, maybe we can switch if that's
Hello?
okay, Betty. If you could be general evaluator, I could be timer.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Betty as the GE, and then I'll be the timer, Jeff.
All
And,
right.
and then we doing a group evaluation on my speech, or
Sure. Let's do round robin.
is that
Yeah.
cool with you, Vincent?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool. Okay, excellent.
All right. And who is the Armenian? Sip? All right. Then Jasper, what do you want? I mean, what can you be?
I think
You,
just for
Uh,
first time as guest, right?
you
yes. Where do I see the roles?
Oh, so you can observe for this time. There will be a
Okay.
section if you'd like for impromptu speeches. So Sib will be able to share a few questions, and you can answer them if there's a question that really resonates with you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hmm.
I'll give you 30 seconds for Jasper to do an introduction, if you don't mind.
Yes, absolutely. Let me turn on my video.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jesper. I actually uh joined this or joined Meetup recently with the intention of improving public speaking and having better confidence in speaking my thoughts clearly. Yeah.
Welcome. This is the right place.
Thank you.
Sure. Without further ado, let's have our first speaker, John. John, floor is yours. Let's welcome John.
All right. I'll introduce myself. So I don't know if you saw it on the thing, but our first speaker began his Toastmaster journey was securely speaking Toastmasters in May 2026. Today, he'll talk about food reviewing and how sometimes honesty upsets people. Please help me welcome John Christensen in The Delicious Science of Reviewing Food. The Delicious Science of Reviewing Food by John Christensen. All right, my first question is for everybody. How do you all determine what kind of food or cuisine you want to try or do?
By the
Really?
ratings, if I see it's like high, then I'm like, I should go there.
Okay, and you ever been led astray when you saw a 5-star rating? Did you go there and like that was like did that ever happen to you?
Yes,
Okay,
there's a
great.
time, and that's happened.
Okay. Anybody else? Sonia, how do you pick a cuisine and do you look at reviews? Do you listen to a spouse or a neighbor that said something's good? How do you determine where you want to eat?
Um, well, I'm primarily vegan, vegetarian, so depending on how strict I'm being with myself. So I use Happy Cow a lot to get reviews on restaurants that have vegan and or vegetarian food local around where you're currently at. Um, but that's just to kind of find a place that serves it. Then, I might look at Yelp or something to see if it has any real reviews. Um, but I'm up for trying just about anything. So long as it doesn't have foods in it that I'm allergic to or that I can't eat, I I don't care where it comes from in the world. I'm more than happy to give something new a try.
Cool. Have you ever been led astray where you went to Happy Cow and somebody said, "Oh, this is the best vegan food east of the Mississippi," and you went there and it just wasn't good? Do you ever have that problem?
Yeah, that has happened a couple of times.
Okay, cool. No, awesome. Yeah,
I've been
so a lot of my
back.
colleagues, coworkers, vegan and vegetarian, but we've been mostly using Yelp, and I'll explain more of that later. Jesper or Jeff or Betty
Mhm.
or Sib, how do you guys determine what cuisine you're gonna hit? And do you look at reviews or not even bother and just want to just shotgun approach it and say, let's see what happens?
Mm, for me, I look at reviews first. I kind of have a layer of process. So I look at reviews first, see what people are saying about their experience, and then I look at the pictures to see if it's appetizing enough. And also, I mostly eat out for experience, so ambience of the place also matters for me.
Okay, excellent. And have you ever been steered wrong when you're looking at reviews and food pictures? Were you ever like, wow, what happened? This was totally a disaster. Anything like that ever happened to you?
Um, Not in the sense of flavor or ambience. For me, pictures have been straightforward. Maybe I've been let down of the service. That's the only thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. Thank you. All right, Jeff, how about you or Betty or Sib? Anything you want to share with that?
Well, I'm going to break with the tradition we've just established, I actually don't look at reviews at all.
Okay, cool.
I basically try to take two things into consideration. Right now, whether it has salad, because I'm trying to lose weight. And we usually go to places we've been before, or I, in other ways, try to assess how loud it is. I don't like loud places because I can't hear people very well. So if we go to a loud restaurant, I'm just sitting there smiling and waving and pretending I understand what people are saying, and it gets old very, very quickly. And as far as food is concerned, this is actually supposed to be about food. When I don't have dietary restrictions, I usually choose whatever I feel like at the moment. And I'm actually not very difficult as far as quality is concerned, but I don't like fatty food. And I notice that people often do and find really nice things that are fatty. So there's no point for me to look at reviews.
Okay, so you're not very picky, it sounds like, right?
No,
You just want to go try. Okay.
I'm not picky.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Jeff or Betty, any words of wisdom or advice you guys have done? Like you search a restaurant, do you check reviews? Do you trust your neighbor? Do you trust your spouse? What do you guys use?
Okay, if it's any seafood restaurant, I guess I don't need to check the review because I like the fish, shrimp, lobster, crab. It's all delicious, no matter how you cook. I indulge myself to eat as much as I want. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Jeff, are you a picky eater or are you a simple guy? You make your own food and don't even go out.
Yeah, that's it. I eat same thing
Do
for
you
about
really?
7, 8 years. Yeah, that's still meat,
Okay.
seafood.
Okay. Too simple. No worries.
No worries. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you about my journey to be a Yelper in Utah, where I originally am from. They had soft openings. So restaurants open up and people would come up. I want to go inside. No, no, no. It's a private event. Only the Yelpers get to go. I'm like, who these Yelpers? And that kind of got upset. They wouldn't let me in. Then I find out they have a group, but those groups, you have to be an elite user. I'm like, what? What is all this? Well, these people think they're so cool. So it took Yelp had, and I'm going to talk about Yelp a little bit. Yelp and Google, they're shady in some areas. If you pay to advertise, they make sure your great reviews go to the top. If they do not succeed in extorting you, they take the bad reviews or the good reviews at the bottom. So all depends. When you go to a place as a Google plaque or a Yelp plaque, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Are those reviews honest or not? They can do some things. Some good things Yelp does, they promote small businesses and new businesses. So they help a place up. They hit all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and advertised restaurants. So they do that, but they also want a fee. So back to this Yelp thing. Yelp has a red elite, a gold elite, and a black elite. And black elite takes 10 years to get. Gold elite takes 5 years. A red elite can take anywhere from 1 to 4 years. Now, this doesn't mean anything cool. This doesn't mean I know how to write English very well. I write at the third grade level. All you have to do is be professional, write honest reviews, upload photos, give your experience. That's it. You got to be active. Some people would say, I'm a Yelper. They go into a restaurant, I'm a Yelper. Look, you better give me great service. And those people, when we find out about, they get blacklisted, they get kicked off the platform because we don't want the restaurant be put at a disadvantage and feel like they got to please this one person to get a great review because people are going to leave good and bad reviews regardless. Have you ever talked to somebody that says, hey, this burger place is the best or this pizza place is the best, but everybody has a diverse palate? Like Betty says, I like the seafood here. Somebody likes the dim sum over here, the Korean barbecue here. I notice almost everybody has a unique, diverse palate. Not everybody likes the same food, which is totally fine. So when I do my reviews on Yelp, I try to be honest and direct. Sometimes I don't leave a review at all. If it's a new restaurant that's up and coming and they're working the kinks out, I kind of feel bad. Sometimes the food is just horrible, the service, they don't know what's going on. No one's to train the people to wait on tables, to give great customer service. So a lot of times I will come back and leave it. I'll give another shot for the title. If it's not good, I'm going to debate whether I'm going to leave a review or not. I'm kind of sketchy because my reviews usually go up the top and I get scared I can ruin a restaurant. And I don't want to do that. I know there's some family businesses that saved up money for a decade or more to pay $10,000 a month for a small space. I don't want to destroy that. Now, when we get invited to soft openings, they're called elite events. We have a private place in Yelp where we leave reviews only for the elites to see and the business owner. When we're done with the dinner, the food is always free. The owner or managers will come up to us and say, what do you think of the food, the decor, the music, the ambiance? We give them our honest opinion. Sometimes they take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes they change. All depends. But to be fair, our reviews are private. If we go to a restaurant after the soft opening is done and it's a public, we will go leave a public review and it'll be honest. Sometimes I leave reviews and I get the owner like ripping on me in front of everybody on Yelp so everybody can see. They like respond. So that didn't happen. You were wrong. We got on camera and I'm like, it's not the place to do it. If you want to talk about a review, message us individually and say what you did or didn't do. Sometimes it gets ugly. Where was I going with this? Don't get that correct word. So not everybody has a great experience. If you go to the same restaurant twice, you may not have the same experience. Somebody may love it, the great service, decor, the food presentation was awesome, the flavor was awesome, which is great. You come back another time, total opposite. A new restaurant opened here in Coronado Beach. I saw the reviews, 2.5 stars. But I kept seeing these TikTok videos and Instagram. It looks so cool. I'm like, I gotta go. My friend got an opening. Somebody canceled. We got in. It took 2 months to get in this restaurant. Finally got there. We all had low expectations. I'm like, this is gonna be horrible. I'm like, but at least the ambiance was cool. It ended up being an amazing meal. Service was on point. It was so great. I even left a review and say, I'm sorry these people had such a bad experience, but it was amazing. I hope it continues to thrive like that. And so for me, when I do a Yelp review, I just give my honest opinion, and my opinion is not shared by everybody, right? Sometimes I like my food cooked this way. I hate cilantro. I cannot do spicy peppers. Some things I just can't do, and people look at me like I'm crazy, but I leave that in my review. I get hundreds of followers. They like it. When I go to Singapore, I go to Japan, I write reviews. People are like, wow, this is so cool. I go to Europe, and they're like, you got horrible taste. You don't know what you're talking about. So it's funny. So I don't argue with those people. I think it's funny because everybody has a diverse taste, but I try to give an honest opinion of what I think of the food for myself. I don't speak on behalf of anyone else. So becoming a Yelp has its benefits in it and its negatives. But again, Yelp and Google extort customers for advertising and whether you pay to play, it's up to you. There's been lots of lawsuits. But thank you all for participating in my speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, John. Excellent. Yeah, I don't write review. I don't really, especially for the soft open, of course. Let's keep 1 minute or 60 seconds for the review for John. 60 seconds, please.
Can someone post the link in the chat?
Yeah, I'll go post it shortly. And then for Jesper, so
Thank
we
you.
have the feedback form in the chat, and then that way the speaker can have notes of it or have it saved in the future when they ever do the speech again, which I hope you do, John, for the future.
Yeah, I want to get a new speech. So I want welcome the feedback and things. Be honest with your feedback. What I can improve upon, what I can shorten, what I should touch upon. I love honest feedback. To be a better speaker, I can't hear what I did right. I want to hear what I did wrong to improve. So thank you so much.
All right, Jeff, it's been about a minute.
All right. Let's save some time. So, Sonia, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Jeff, my fellow Toastmasters, and our venerable guest. I have been given the opportunity to speak about chocolate for 3 to, what's the timing again?
I'll do it for 4 to 6 just because we're a little short on time.
Like it. Okay, 4 to 6 minutes on chocolate. This is an impromptu speech, not even a almost ready kind of like, no, I just looked it up type of speech. Jeff has a keyword for that. But I did, while we were talking, to grab a couple facts online about chocolate. So chocolate was originally consumed as a bitter drink by ancient civilizations such as Mayans and Aztec in South America. From there, it's just gone all over the world. Switzerland is famous today for its chocolate making traditions, and it's primarily grown chocolate, the cocoa tree or cacao tree that that chocolate is derived from. It's actually mostly in tropical countries. So you won't find it somewhere cold. You won't find it somewhere moderate. It has to be in tropical locations. I don't know, show of hands, who likes dark chocolate? Yeah, I'm one of those people too. Oh, and Sib, is there a particular reason why either you or Jeff or Sib that you like dark chocolate versus milk chocolate or white chocolate?
I did not say versus. I love them all.
Oh, there
I
we
actually
go.
prefer milk chocolate.
Actually, most people who eat chocolate like milk chocolate the best. It's one of the internationally, that's the biggest flavor. It's most popular. Dark chocolate contains more of the cocoa solids and less sugar than milk chocolate. Then on the other side of the spectrum, there's white chocolate, which contains cocoa butter, but no cocoa solids. So, and it also has milk and it also has sugar in it. So it's completely the other side of the spectrum than what you get with dark chocolate. Personally, I don't do milk anymore. And so I go for dark chocolate and I really enjoy it. Chocolate also um, interacts with your brain. There is a pleasure center in your brain that chocolate does. Uh, endorphins, releases endorphins, and it makes you feel more relaxed and it makes you feel happy. So it's not as good as sex or some of the other kinds of things you can do. Like, you know, a lot of people are, get those endorphins highs from running or a lot of physical activity. Chocolate is for people like me who are really lazy and don't want to go off and do all of those things. Climbing mountains, I'm too old for that. Uh, running 10 miles, yeah, I'm not ready to do that either. So chocolate is an alternative. A lot of women like chocolate more so than men. So it's more popular with women than it is with men, and definitely with children because of this, especially with milk chocolate because it's sweeter. Chocolate melts around body temperature. So that's why it gives you that feeling of smooth feeling when it melts on your mouth and it's a little bit sweet or even a little sharper with the dark chocolate. And so it's a little je ne sais quoi. I'm not sure what I want to say, but it it has a different sort of thing. There aren't many other things out there that really just melt like chocolate does and give you that sensation. The word in Greek for chocolate is theobroma, which also means food of the gods. So it's not quite ambrosia, but for some people it is a food of the gods. What else do I have in here? Well, I think I have covered all of my. Oh no, I have one more note. So when people tell you don't eat too much chocolate because you're going to gain weight or it's too fatty or it's too sweet, you can tell them that moderate consumption of dark chocolate, which has the least amount of sugar in it, may also provide, it's not, the USDA hasn't labeled it as such, but it also provides antioxidants called flavonoids. So you can get a little bit of those antioxidants in your chocolate as well. The next time someone's saying, oh, don't eat it, you now have a reason to say, yes, I need those flavonoids. I need that little extra oomph. And you can have your pleasure. But don't overindulge. Moderation is key. So thank you very much, everyone. I felt like I was rambling, but please give me an honest feedback.
Thank you very much. We just found another piece. This is about 6 months ago. 6 months ago. Yeah. Foot of the god. I love
It
chocolate,
actually
but I don't.
doesn't stay very well if it's in heat for a long period of time and it melts.
It doesn't, because I have an air condition in my car. By the way, just kidding. What 60 seconds for Sonia's evaluation. If you do write evaluation, I don't really write evaluation because I believe no one can accept the truth. Just kidding. Right.
All right, about a minute is up.
All right. Thank you very much. Who is the Happy Master? William Pick?
Oh, Sid is the topic master.
Huh?
Sid.
Save.
Yes.
Or Save.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeff. So moving on to the table topics now. I suggest that we go popcorn style, meaning anyone who wants to answer a question volunteers, but if no one does volunteer, someone will be volunteered. And I have a series of questions numbered between 1 to 6. So whoever goes will be asked to choose a number between 1 and 6. Who wants to go first?
I volunteer Jasper.
I saw John's hand go up.
Is Jasper a first-time Toastmaster, or is she related to Jeff, or she's been picked on? Because I get in trouble when guests come to our other Toastmasters and I ask them questions, they rip on me. He's like, let them get comfortable first. And I was like, okay.
Generally, we
just-
don't ask first timers with us to do a table topic. We do one as an example, at least one as an example, and then say, hey, you can join in.
Yeah, if you'd like to an example first, Jasper, that we could demonstrate it really quick.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? But yes, to John's question, yes, it's my first call with Toastmaster.
Okay, cool. So I'll do table
nice.
topics. Got to speak for a minimum 1 minute. Try to use the word of the day. So I'll go first if that's cool. And if you like that, then you can participate if that's cool.
You'll also
Sure.
notice like a few things change throughout. Like I'll be changing backgrounds like this, and it's just to help the speaker be on time. So the goal for table topics for this particular section is that you want to speak 1 to 2 minutes. And the main reason why is because in a regular conversation, we don't want to give our speaking partner too little to work off of, but we don't want to talk too much as well. So we're trying to get that sweet spot.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
And green is at 1 minute, yellow comes up at 1:30, and red at 2 minutes. And 2 minutes is supposed to be the maximum amount of time we have, but we can go over by 30 seconds. But what? Up to 30 seconds. All right, so John, pick a number between 1 and 6.
3, please.
So convince us why indulging occasionally is actually good for you.
Can you repeat that again, please?
Convince us why indulging occasionally is actually good for you.
Did
Well,
you say
for us.
coffee or chocolate?
I said neither. Convince.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Convincing.
convince.
Okay. Why indulging
Oh,
is occasionally good for you.
okay. Thank you, Sib, for the question, Madam Topics Master. So why is sometimes indulging good for you? I'm going to say indulging in vacation, going to the beach, not necessarily ingesting food is good for you. The other day, I went to La Jolla Beach and it was amazing. Parking was so bad. There's like cars around. I started driving with my buddy. All of a sudden, someone pulled out. And I'm like, I'm going to steal that spot. So I aggressively took that parking spot. But I indulged in the sunlight, watched the seagulls, the birds, all these tourists that were here the first time in California. Wondering, what is wrong with these Californians, these San Diego people that don't know how to park? That's fun. I also like indulging in healthy foods and fresh fruits and vegetables. Sometimes I overeat and I sometimes feel guilty. Other times I don't. And with Sonia's speech, I want to hear more about milk chocolate. I used to go to Vietnam and get their dark chocolate. I used to go to San Francisco, New York, get dark chocolate. I got so sick of it. I don't know why I ever liked it. I used to love it back then, but now I don't. My buddies can all taste the notes out of dark chocolate, the fruity parts and the other notes. I don't get that anymore. I just want milk chocolate to melt my mouth. But thank you for the question, Sip.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for such a reasonable speech, John. Anyone wants to go next? Jesper, you are welcome, but not obliged.
Thank you.
Do not feel
I'll observe
pressure.
for now.
All right.
I can take on the
Anyone
next
else?
one, Sib.
Okay. All right.
Can I get
So,
number 2?
sure. So, is it ever okay to indulge in dessert before dinner? Make your case.
Is it ever okay to indulge a dessert before dinner? If I
Yeah.
had to choose, at least for me, no. I have to make sure to be very careful, just because something about desserts, it feels like it's a separate stomach. Like I can eat so much savory food, and then all of a sudden, like even if I'm super full of savory foods, I'm like, I have room for dessert, and it's like the calories within that dessert was equal to the amount in the savory food. So it is a very dangerous practice for me. Just starting with savory food or starting with dessert right away is already is already tricky. So what I try to do as a secret trick is I try to fill up my stomach with either liquids or popcorn. Popcorn has been my way to just like get me full very quickly, and I try to make sure it's not too buttered or anything. It's just like very plain popcorn, which I can still find a sense of indulgement in. Like I enjoy popcorn. So whether it's buttered or not, it's perfectly fine. But if I do have any dessert, it will be the end of me, and I'll just feel super guilty at the end of the end of the day. So I wish I could just get used to just indulging maybe once a week, but I know I'll lose control if I even give myself the opportunity. So I try my best to avoid it when I can. Back to you, Sim.
Thank you very much, Vincent. I can definitely empathize with the popcorn as a healthy option for indulging, or healthier than most. Who would like to take the next question?
Well, I'm off mute, so let's do me.
All right. So 1, 4, 5, or 6?
I'm gonna go for 5.
5. If you opened a chocolate shop tomorrow, what would you name it, and what would be your signature treat?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Okay. All right. If I opened a chocolate shop tomorrow, depending on where I opened it, because I'm not going to open it in San Francisco because, there's the Ghirardelli chocolate there, and they are just beyond wonderful. If I were to do it, I might do it LA or maybe San Diego. Chocolate's not necessarily a great treat here in Austin, where I live now, because it's too hot. You buy your chocolate treat and you walk outside and you're outside maybe 2 minutes and it's already melted all over your hand. So yeah, no. I would consider doing like a mail order thing or a website where people could order and I could ship. That would be awesome. But my signature treat is going to be dark chocolate with caramel. And why caramel? Even though caramel is made from milk, I just love the taste of caramel. Now, I have been talking with a baker at the Buddha Farmers Market. It's there every Sunday, and she makes treats that are for people with alternative diets. So if you are, if you can't eat bread or gluten or anything, she has things for that. She has other things that for people who have different types of food sensitivities. She and I have been talking about trying to make caramel out of coconut milk. So that could be interesting. So I would think I can maybe my signature treat would be first to figure out how to do the caramel without milk and do it with something else. And then it would definitely be with dark chocolate because those are my favorites. So maybe some sea salt. And I'd be very happy with that.
Thank you very much, Sonia. Caramel chocolate based on coconut milk. I definitely would love to try that. I hope you open a shop someday. Do we have time for another question?
I'd say
Mr.
last
Toastmaster?
one.
Last one. Okay, so between wait, first. Who is going to self-volunteer, or should I volunteer someone?
I can try to take a question.
All right. Very brave, Jesper. Welcome. And we are left with 1, 4, or 6. Yes.
We'll do one.
Describe a memory from childhood involving chocolate that still makes you smile.
Let me see. Yes. I grew up in a tropical island in the Philippines, so there wasn't much chocolate around. Because like Sonia shared, once you go outside, it melt instantly. Even inside the house, it'll melt instantly. But I had an aunt who lived in or still lives in Switzerland, and she came back home one day and she brought me a Toblerone. She brought two kinds actually. She brought the milk chocolate and the white chocolate. And I tried both, and that's when I learned I love white chocolate the most. Yeah.
You're reminding me of my own childhood, the Toblerone in movie theaters. The best. Thank you very much, Jesper. Well, that is all the time we have for table topics today. So I will give the floor back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. See, well done. A lot of good topics. Yeah, man, I don't really eat chocolate, so that's why. I know I like it, but I didn't eat. Let's welcome our,
You'll make your hair beautiful, Jeff, if you eat chocolate. Look at me.
right? You see that? The hair? This is all fake, by the way. This is fake hair.
That's fake hair.
Yeah, it's 10,000. You see?
What?
Cool. No, just kidding. That's original one. Yep. All right, Betty, are you ready? It's GE, right?
Yes, thank you.
All right, floor is yours.
Good afternoon. fellow Toastmasters. Today we have short time. Let's go start to round robin right now. The speaker one, John, who want to volunteer? We only have everybody have only have 1 minute. Okay.
I can go.
Thank you. Oh, by
So,
the way,
John,
Vincent, I noticed your hairstyle. I like your hairstyle.
oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you, Betty.
Oh, you're talking to you, not me. Okay, I was fixing my hair. Never mind.
So, John, I really liked how you're able to engage with the audience. So that's something that I really appreciate about the speech. I felt that you were able to give everyone a chance, but I would also say that was also the tricky part because the timing for that section was 5 minutes. So the moment you started your speech, it was already green. But the speech content time was 6 minutes. So I would say excluding the engagement part, it wasn't. Yeah, it would be on time. So the way I changed the speech a little bit would just be like a quick show of hands, or if the audience is really small, then I think that works, where you're able to engage each person. But because our audience was a bit larger this time, that's when I would just say, okay, show of hands, and then just kind of follow up, and then with the next question, like, did you have a bad experience? And then another show of hands, and I think that would work. That way you can get right into it. That's my only feedback. I really appreciated both sides of it. You're always energetic and engaging as usual, so great job.
Thank you. Who want to volunteer? Sip.
Well, I really liked John's speech. And I actually really liked the interactive part, but I didn't notice how much time it took. I understand now listening to Vincent that, okay, maybe you gave us more time, too much time, but given the overall time you had, but I really appreciated it. I thought that was really interesting. And I really have only one thing that I would say you could improve upon. When you get excited, you start speaking fast. And although I am sure you are still much easier to understand that I am on my best days, I start getting difficulty understanding some of your words because it sounds a little slurred to my very poor hearing. That's all I have for John.
Thank you, Sip. How about Sonia?
I would have to agree with the amount of audience participation. I love audience participation, but your speech, your regular speech just went on after that. And I noticed you did go over time, and I was like, how much more time do we have? And so, because I saw the red go up and you still kept talking, I would like you to be more aware. Just when you see the red go up, realize you only have 30 seconds left. Sorry, I'm doing That's something that every speaker needs to know about when they are speaking in front of a group and have a limited time on their schedule to be able to give their speech or to give their presentation, whatever it is, just to make sure that you're cognizant of how much time you have left. The other thing I would have said for content, I'd love to have heard, because you said we at Yelpers could get into places and you used a plural we. So I would have liked to have heard what level you were at as a Yelper and maybe your journey to get there. So that would be interesting content for that as well, that speech. But all in all, loved it. I loved the interaction and keep doing what you're doing. Can't wait till next time.
Thank you, Sonia. Yeah, for my suggestion is John, you need to control at the beginning the audience. You need to control with the audience. You don't let the audience control you, so you can control the time. Then you don't speak too fast at the end. Okay, thank you. So we have another evaluation for Sonia, right? Who want to volunteer first?
I can start again. So, Tanya, I
Yeah.
really appreciated the speech about the history of chocolate. I didn't know it was there's so much, which I really appreciate. And I like the fun facts too. Audience engagement was great. I think that's something that I always look forward to in a speech. Like, is there a way that we can connect with the speech somehow? And everything was quite cohesive. It was all about chocolate, so it was consistent. Didn't go off. I think the only thing I would say to make this speech even better, I know it's something that we comment about where it's just like it's kind of equivalent to saying sorry. It's like saying, "Oh, I know that speech will might have seemed like a rant or something." So I would just admit that, and then you're good to go. I just give it as if you were like you're so calm, you're super prepared for this speech, everyone's gonna love it. I'd go at it with that energy, and that's the only thing I'd comment on. Overall, great structure for a chocolate inspired speech. Kudos.
Thank you, Vincent. Jasper, you want to try to evaluate? Do you have any opinion for Sonia or how to improve the speech? You want to try? Give you the chance to learn.
Um, for Sonia, I think you had great delivery. I was engaged the entire time of your speech. Maybe I would say I was more of taken on a flow on the speech rather than knowing where it's going. I think that's the only thing I could say. Yeah. But great speech.
Thank you, Jasper. John, you want to evaluate?
Yes, yes, I love Sonia's speech. I wanted to hear like what she grew up with as a child. Was she a milk or dark chocolate person? Were there any chocolate she didn't like? I want to hear more personal stories. And if she could maybe share a picture of like chocolate. I went to Guatemala a few years ago and they claim they're the originators of cacao, where it originated. So I went to a place and did a chocolate tasting class. So I thought maybe to help her speech, just show a picture like a Mayan temple or different types of chocolate bars or a cacao shell, how big they are and stuff like that. But other than that, I thought it was a fun speech and it was impromptu. So she did it on the cuff, so it was a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, John. How about Jeff? You want to evaluate or sip? One more evaluate.
Well, I was really impressed by the fact that an impromptu speech could be informational. We usually do more personal impromptu speeches. And of course, talking about chocolate, I guess it made sense to go informational, but I still thought that was really brave and a fantastic exercise. It's really inspiring. I found it really inspiring. And I would love to give advice on how to make it better, but I really think it's just a matter of practicing it more from whatever notes you manage to gather in such a short time. Thank you.
Thank you, Sip. Sonia, I just feel you have a little bit nervous but you try to cover your nervous when you are laughing. That's what I feel. What you do. From the past speech, that's a good practice. So next time, if you're laughing, I will notice maybe you are a little bit nervous. Okay. Anyway, overall, we have a good meeting. And Sip, can you evaluate for the Maria? Thank you.
Yes, so I did not notice any grammatical errors. When it comes to filler words, specifically or us, I heard one from John, which sounded very intentional. You were hesitating to find the next thing to say, and you really laid it out there. So it didn't actually sound like a mistake because you made it so intentional. That was funny, at least for me as an American. Sonia, I may conceivably have missed some at the beginning of your speech because I was finishing the 1 minute feedback for John, but otherwise I only noticed one small one during your speech. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Sip. So we see timer, Vincent already posted on the chat, so we can see who go over. John is over 11 minutes. Just kidding. That's a good speech. You can make a long speech, no problem. Next time we'll give you 30 minutes. Just only one speaker, okay? Just kidding. Yeah, you can do that. Go, go, go. Just kidding. Anyway, overall, we have a great meeting and we have a guest speaker, a guest, Jasper. Welcome, Jasper. I see Jasper has some kind of RNA. I can tell. Maybe see you didn't say that, but I will try to say it because you can improve yourself in the future. Our Toastmaster just left. Who can I go to?
We can pass it to our president, Sonia.
Thank you. Or
Yes,
pass to Sonia.
see you later.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where do you go, Jeff?
pass to Sonia. Okay, let's welcome Sonia.
Thank you very much. We had a wonderful meeting. I really enjoyed it. Vincent, can you do our picture? We have a
Yes.
tradition in our club that we take a picture of who was at the meeting so that we can post that on Meetup so people can see, that we were here and who we were. So you don't have to participate with the picture if you don't want to, Jasper. Just otherwise, leave your camera on. And Vincent.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Cheese. All right. I got a few. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. One other thing that we like to do in our meetings is to ask our guests at the end of the meeting how they like the meeting. So at the beginning, we wanted to get an introduction to you to see why you're coming to our meeting. But now it's a time for us to say, well, how did we do? So as our guest, Jasper, how do you think? Did you enjoy the meeting? Any comments for us on how to make it better?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. It's my first time and I'm not a big public speaker, so thank you for being gracious with me. I see that the meeting is very structured, so obviously it's not your first meeting. You all know what you're doing. Yeah, which is great to see. It's helpful.
Yes, we do try to guide our guests and new members through the meetings, so through our agendas, so they can remember it and feel more comfortable in our meetings. Love to have you back anytime as a guest. And if you ever decide you want to become a member and start working on doing speeches rather than just the table topics or other smaller parts, just let us know. We'll get you signed up. Okay. Next thing on the topic list would be announcements. So I don't have the list, or do I have the list in front of me? I don't. Do you happen to have the list, Vincent, of the officers?
I can take a look in the meantime, and then you can just make
Okay.
a quick announcement for it.
So yeah, so our fiscal year just began, which also means that we bring in new officers for the new fiscal year. And I would like to remind all of those who are an officer in this next year to do their training. There is club level training given twice a year for all of the officer positions, and anyone can actually attend and just to see what the different offices or different of our I don't know committee or whatever we want to call ourselves at that level. We work together, so it's not like there's any hard definitions of who does what necessarily, because if anyone can't do what they're normally supposed to do in their role, we have other people that will pick up and help them get it done or help them with whatever it is, such as our weekly agendas. So at this point in our meeting, what we would do is ask for people who wanted to take roles in our next meeting. So let's go ahead and do that. And since I will take notes since Jeff had to leave. So Betty, you are our general evaluator. We have a tradition that our general evaluator is the Toastmaster of the next meeting.
Yeah, no problem.
So you can make it?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, so then we need speakers and evaluators.
Do you need a general evaluator?
Not yet.
Okay.
Do you want to be general evaluator?
I can be general evaluator if someone doesn't want it. And I can also do an evaluation if you need it, or a Marion or something.
Can do Topics Master the
Okay.
next time.
When our meeting is running late, a little short like this, we will get the main pieces for people who have to prepare ahead of the meeting assigned before the meeting, or we try to do it at the end of the previous meeting. Thank you, Vincent, for listing our new officers. And we will definitely be reminding them individually to go do their training. We get points as a club, kind of competitive, sort of, if we're competing with other clubs to get awards, but it also helps us know what we're supposed to do in our officer roles, which is always very needed sometimes.
And there's training tonight, actually. So
Oh,
from
there's
6
training
o'clock to
tonight.
8 p.m. I'll be training the VPM, but I don't think Benson's gonna be there. So it would have been fun to say hello to him.
Okay.
But anyway, oh, I also wanted to make a quick announcement. So I'll be the VP this upcoming term. So in case you have any questions about your pathway's progress and just which path, or which what would be your goal for this particular year? So Pathways is just Toastmasters key education program. It gradually gets, I wanted to say gradually gets harder, but we'll just say it gradually teaches you more. It gradually becomes a bit more challenging with the projects that they offer. So originally it might be that you'll be giving the first 4 to 6 minute speech, but eventually it'll be 5 to 7 minutes. And then for some paths, they ask that you extend yourself a little bit further so you can give social speeches, like if you're trying to practice for a friend's wedding. How do you give a toast? I'm like, oh, finally, Toastmasters. That's what we're here for, just to give a social speech or something. And sometimes it moves on to extended speeches, like 15 to 20 minute speeches as well. So I'll be working with you to identify your particular goal for the year and just how we can get there through impromptu speeches as well.
Our club definitely focuses on impromptu speaking. So it helps you not only when you get caught in a meeting and somebody says, okay, well, tell us all about X, right? It helps you to be able to answer those questions, and it also helps you in just everyday conversation. So impromptu speaking is very important in general, not just memorizing a speech and giving it, but actually just being able to keep your thought process in line as you speak. So it helps quite a bit. It helps with interviews and all kinds of different types of activities in everyday life. Okay.
Quick question. I just had a thought. Could I be impromptu speaker for next week, but for the first speaker slot, if someone can send me an informational topic to research 10 to 15 minutes before the meeting?
Ooh, okay, yeah,
Nice. Yeah, we can do that.
I could do that.
All right. Now I'd better not forget.
I'll put a reminder to be like a random 11:45 a.m. reminder, and just all the context is a SIB question, and that's it.
Right, that better respond. Otherwise, I'm going to end up speaker 2, but then I miss speaker 1. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So that gives us a speaker in our major personnel for the meeting. We'll do the other roles offline in WhatsApp. Just so you know, we use WhatsApp as a conversational tool within the club. And if there's no other announcements, let's go ahead and close out the meeting. All right.
Thanks,
Thank you
everyone.
everyone for being here, and we'll see you next week.
All right, see you next week. Bye.